thank you for coming so that we can give a slight or a brief update on the evacuation of Kenyans from Lebanon. As you are aware, we were in Parliament this morning and we submitted an update to the parliamentary committee, that is the Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Affairs departmental committees. But we thought that this is a matter that is also so important and we might as well again share this information with you. So basically today, that is 17th of October, we wish to just point out the following aspects. For any granular details, I have the PS for Diaspora Affairs, Madam Roslyn Jogu. Should be available for any other details that may be required. So the first thing I want us to point out is that the government of Kenya is expediting the evacuation of Kenyans from Lebanon, which, as you all know, is experiencing an unprecedented humanitarian crisis due to the escalating conflict in the region. This follows months of sustained calls to Kenyans in Lebanon to voluntarily register themselves if they wish to be evacuated. However, following the escalation, the government now has received a registration of 7,119 Kenyans. We are expecting a fourth and fifth batch of Kenyans to be evacuated from Lebanon to arrive in Kenya this weekend. This evacuation process, ladies and gentlemen, has proven to be slow and cumbersome due to stringent clearance requirements from the Lebanese authorities and limited flight options, with only one airline currently operating flights into Beirut. To expedite this process, a multi-agency team from Kenya, joined by officials from our embassy in Kuwait, have been dispatched to assist the Honorary Council to coordinate the activities. The government is also aware of the potential for a larger conflict in the Middle East and has requested all Kenyan ambassadors in the region to conduct a swift registration exercise of Kenyans in their jurisdiction. This initiative aims to ascertain the number of Kenyans in those countries because many do not go through regular channels and they do not register with our nearest mission required. At this stage, we would also like to discourage Kenyans from traveling to countries that are experiencing this conflict or turmoil. I also wish to assure you that the government of Kenya shall remain closely appraised of the development in the Middle East and is committed to protecting citizens across the world.
Within the global labor market strategy that this administration has, we prioritize the welfare of Kenyans in championing their rights and welfare wherever they work, which is partly why we've been in the business of negotiating agreements to make sure that their rights and welfare is catered for wherever they go. It is not in government's interest or in anybody's interest really to have Kenyans go into war zones, because as soon as they land there, then we have to do the hard work of evacuating them. We're committed to the rights and welfare of Kenyans living abroad, and that is why we are issuing the advisory that they ought to not go to these places. We have had Kenyans arriving in Lebanon even as with the process of evacuating. So this is a caution to Kenyans.